This is Harry Judd for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. We're here at Anfield with a press conference for Liam Smith and Hassan Wimyanenko. It's Liam Smith's debut on Boxing and Sky Sports. How are we, first of all?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. You? All good?
Yeah, not bad at all. Last out here against Fowler, a great win. Great to have big time boxing back in the city.
Yeah, obviously, last time I was in Liverpool was a good night for myself personally. It was a great night for the city, but a sold out arena and a good fight to top the bill really. And hopefully we can get something along the same lines this weekend. And there's no better feeling than boxing at home.
Is there any added pressure for this weekend? Boxing your home city, obviously the debut with Boxer. Any pressure on that?
No, look, the pressure's just from myself and the pressure around me and what's going on. I said this last time, people tried to put pressure on me for the Fowler situation. I have the same pressure that I have every fight, and it's a must-win for me regardless who it was against. Whether it was against the local derby in Fowler, whether it's against Tanzanian in Hassan Wimyanenko. I've got the pressures that I deal with every fight, and that's enough pressure for me.
I did ask you off camera, was it your decision to have the press conference here and feel Liverpool's home ground crowned? But what are you more nervous for Saturday, the derby or your fight?
No, obviously me fight. I hope the derby goes well. Obviously I'm a Red, so I hope it's a good game, but a Liverpool win, obviously, and obviously I hope the Liverpool fighters on the cards. Then do the business. There's a good few Liverpool fighters on it. Who's me, Frankie, Tasha, Paddy Lacey. There's a couple of Liverpool fighters on it. So hopefully it's a Liverpool day all round.
It is a banana skin fight. Hassan Wimyanenko, we saw him emphatic against Sam Edgington. What are you expecting from this one?
The same sort of Hassan. He's tidied himself up a little bit since then. But ultimately, the same Hassan coming out swinging for me, trying to land a lottery shot, because that's the only chance he's got of beating me, if I'm being dead honest with you. So that's what I expect from Hassan, and that's what I think he's going to come with.
Do you have to get a stoppage? Does it have to look emphatic at the weekend?
No, definitely not. I just have to win from any way possible. I've got, a win keeps me where I am and puts me in line for big fights next. But I always try and win. I always try and win emphatically. And again, I'll be a liar if I say I'm not going to try and win inside the distance.
You are ranked still highly. After this weekend, you'll still be ranked highly in all the governing bodies. What happens next for you? Because it's a bit of a division where there's lots of things happening. So, do you see a clear path for where you want to go next?
No, obviously it'll be interesting to see what happens with the titles and what happens with Eubank and what happens with Ben and what happens with anything else. But all I can do is win, and that puts me in the conversation, and it puts me in line, and puts me in the rankings, and I just win, and it keeps me in a good position. Your career doesn't evolve around Eubank Jr. Would you agree with that with Boxer? Yeah, definitely. I'm not gonna put the rest of my career on a Chris Eubank fight. Like I said, I beat Hassan. I put myself in a position to fight for the world title again, or fight any of them. Just on that fight then with Conor and Eubank, I know you probably don't want to. You've been speaking about this for a lot of times, but what was your first initial thoughts on that one? The first initial thought is I've said that I'm not going to sit in the light here. Eubank calling a welterweight out is crazy, but I can see why. Obviously, I'm not stupid. I know the game inside out. The names that Dad's named already makes it very, very interesting. But if Chris Eubank called Errol Spence out or Terence Crawford, you'd think, whoa, that's weird, a welterweight. But the best welterweight in the world, you're calling Conor out, who's still on the rise, basically. But obviously the dad's names keep it very, very interesting, and it's sold like that. So good luck to them both in that sense. Obviously, in a fight-wise, I think it'd be interesting and entertaining. But unless the weight kills Eubank, I just think Eubank's too big for him. Yeah, you mentioned the weight. You think Eubank will come in at 158, don't you? Yeah, I do. Only by what I was told. What I was told on negotiations are, the fight's at 157. Eubank can come in at 158 or 158 and a half. Pay whatever fine he has to pay. But anything over 158 and a half, the fight's off. So I just think money-wise, whatever it is, an extra £1.50 will be worth that money for somebody who's going to struggle with weight. Take it from me. Thanks so much to Boxing Social, and we'll catch up soon. Thank you.